Dennis Rodman, the bad boy of the NBA.
Dennis Rodman is widely recognized as one of the most controversial and enigmatic athletes in basketball history and remains a unique figure in sports culture. Known for his extraordinary rebounding ability, his fierce defensive play, and his eccentric personality both on and off the court, Rodman became a cultural icon in the 1990s. His career spanned multiple decades, and he left an indelible mark not only in the NBA but also in the worlds of pop culture.
Early life and background.
Dennis Rodman was born on May 13, 1961 in Trenton, New Jersey, to Shirley and Philander Rodman Jr. He was the second of 3 children, and his father was a U.S. Army soldier who left the family when Dennis was just 3 years old. Rodman's early life was marked by poverty and instability. His mother, who worked long hours to support the family, often had to raise her children alone.
Rodman's family moved to Dallas, Texas, where he attended South Oak Cliff High School. Although he initially struggled in school, Rodman found a passion for basketball. He was not a standout athlete as a teenager. In fact, he was relatively small and lacked the skills to make a big impact. However, he did have an intense drive to improve, and by his senior year, his hard work started to pay off. He earned a spot on the school's varsity basketball team and began to show glimpses of the unique skills that would later make him famous.
After high school, Rodman attended Southeastern Oklahoma State University, a small school with a Division II basketball program. He was a raw talent, still working to refine his game. Yet, his extraordinary ability to crash the boards, especially on the defensive end, started to emerge. Despite his lack of fame in college basketball circles, Rodman's potential as a professional athlete became undeniable. His college coach, Dwight McGee, helped mold his aggressive, tenacious playing style, especially his rebounding.
Early career with the Pistons and the short stint with the Spurs.
Rodman entered the NBA draft in 1986 after being selected by the Detroit Pistons as the 27th overall pick. His early years in the league were marked by significant development as a player. At the time, the Pistons were known for their bad boys image, a gritty, physical, and often controversial team led by players like Isaiah Thomas, Bill Laimbeer, and Joe Dumars. Rodman fit in perfectly with this culture, bringing an aggressive, combative attitude to the court that complemented his teammates' style of play.
Rodman's impact was immediate, though it wasn't always in the traditional sense. Known for his scrappy defense, Rodman excelled as a rebounder. His style of play was relentless, and he quickly gained a reputation as one of the best defensive players in the league. He was an elite rebounder, often outmuscling players much larger than himself. His defense and hustle were key elements in the Pistons' success, helping the team win back-to-back NBA championships in 1989 and 1990. Individually, Rodman won the Defensive Player of the Year award in 1990 and 1991, and the following year started the run of 8 consecutive seasons as the league's leading rebounder.
After the Pistons team broke down, Rodman signed with the San Antonio Spurs in 1993. He spent only 2 seasons with the Spurs, but that was the time when his personality broke out. His outlandish hair, piercings, and publicized relationships with celebrities set him apart from most athletes, adding a layer of celebrity to his identity.
3 championships with the Chicago Bulls.
In 1996, Rodman found a new home with the Chicago Bulls. At the time, the Bulls were led by Michael Jordan, who had recently returned to the NBA after briefly retiring. The addition of Rodman to the roster was a stroke of genius for Bulls head coach Phil Jackson, who recognized that Rodman's defensive intensity and rebounding would complement the team's scoring and playmaking.
Rodman quickly adapted to the Bulls' system, and his role as a defensive and rebounding specialist allowed the team's stars, particularly Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, to focus on scoring. Rodman's presence in the paint, especially his ability to rebound, was crucial during Chicago's second three-peat from 1996 to 1998.
Off the court, Rodman became known for his colorful personal life, which included relationships with Madonna and Carmen Electra.
Post-Bulls career, the decline and rebirth.
After the 1998 season, Rodman left the Bulls and played for the Los Angeles Lakers 1999 to 2000, and the Dallas Mavericks 2000-2001.
Although Rodman's time with these later teams was marked by a decline in his playing abilities, his legacy was still secure. He had cemented his status as one of the NBA's greatest players, particularly in the areas of rebounding and defense. Rodman's final seasons in the NBA were relatively uneventful, and he officially retired in 2006 after a brief stint overseas.
Personal life and legacy.
Rodman's life off the court was often as chaotic and unpredictable. Known for his multiple marriages, wild partying, and public relationships with famous figures like Madonna, Rodman's personal life often overshadowed his athletic career. His infamy extended to the realms of film and television as well, with appearances in movies such as Double Team, 1997, and reality TV shows, including The Celebrity Apprentice.
Rodman's most bizarre and intriguing chapter came in the 2010s when he became involved in diplomatic relations with North Korea. He made multiple trips to the isolated country, developing an unlikely friendship with his dictator, Kim Jong-un. While Rodman's diplomatic efforts were often criticized and seen as misguided, they earned him a place in the global political spotlight.
His contributions to basketball, however, remain undisputed. Rodman's legacy as a rebounder and defender is unmatched, and his impact on the Bulls' championships in the 1990s is one of the defining stories of that era. His eccentric personality and unapologetic style made him one of the most recognizable figures in sports history, and his influence extends far beyond basketball. As of today, Dennis Rodman remains a living legend in sports culture, known for his unapologetic individuality and his unrivaled skills on the basketball court.